Wait a second, we've gotten lost.
Professionals, stop.
But yesterday we were. We just took the highway and then we were there.
Up there we have to turn left.
That's where I got gas yesterday.
You're really doing this intentionally.
To be honest, I didn't even enter the address. Navigate to Glockau to get to Fryweka.
Please tell me the city first, then the street and the house number.
Shit.
Hey Daniel, did you sleep well?
Wonderfully, and you?
Can't complain.
By the way, yesterday afternoon I got a call from the editorial staff.
Really? What did they want?
They politely and kindly asked why we don't suggest to the viewers that they like our video and subscribe to our channel.
What did you say?
I said we'll change that.
Well, then let's do that. So, if you like our videos too, then please leave us a like here or subscribe to our channel. That would really please us, and, to stay true to our line, welcome to a new video from Ria Electronic GmbH. My name is Frank.
My name is Daniel.
And as Italians are known for noodles and Asians for rice, Germans are known for potatoes.
I like potatoes.
Daniel, I like potatoes too. And as a native Franconian I also eat them once a week, namely, in the form of dumplings, otherwise I have no idea that it's Sunday. And if that's how it is for you, then stay tuned. Today we are at Fryweka. Fryweka, that stands for Fresh Potato Products from Weidensdorf. This innovative company from Saxony has been devoted to all kinds of potato products since 1970. From baked potatoes to dumpling dough, whether for individual retailers, wholesalers, or even providers of gourmet foods, this company supplies high-quality products made in Germany. With just under 400 employees and an output of more than 100,000 metric tons per year, this is no small provider.
And Fryweka views issues like sustainability and a clean environment as very important, so the potatoes are processed comprehensively. This means that excess peels are used to produce energy in a biogas plant, and in turn, the digestate resulting from this are made available to farmers as fertilizer. It's a complete success. Even the water treatment is handled in-house. This means the wastewater is purified and reintroduced to the process. A conscientious use of valuable resources.
And as for how potatoes go from field to dumpling dough machine, or how the dumpling dough gets all packaged and lands in the refrigerated case of your local provider, that is what we'll have a look at now.
Hello Daniel.
Hello Manja.
Hello Frank. Welcome.
Thank you for your invitation.
You're welcome.
Now we know who you are, but why don't you tell us briefly what you do here at Fryweka?
Sure. I am the key account manager here at Fryweka. This means that I handle all the issues pertaining to wholesale, industrial customers and even individual food retailers.
Okay, here in Germany we are, after all, in the land of potatoes, and Germans use potatoes in practically every possible variation. I have read that worldwide there are over 3,000 different kinds. What kinds are processed here?
Yes, we have low-starch sorts, for example, the Pocahontas and Ballerina. We also have primarily low-starch sorts, such as Columba or Corinna, and the starchy sorts are the Sunita, Lily and Melody.
Okay, Melody, Pocahontas, and the other pretty names you've just mentioned. Why don't they name a potato after a man, for example, Frank or Daniel?
Once there was actually a petition for that, but it didn't succeed, and they simply stick with names of women.
Okay, today we are talking specifically about the production of dumpling dough. Which potatoes are best suited for producing dumpling dough?
For that we use sorts with a starch content of 14 to 17%. The very starchy sorts, that is, with a starch content of up to 20%, we don't use because they simply don't work as well for making dumplings.
Can you please show us this?
Yes, come along.
So Manya, now we are in the lab kitchen, and we have just learned, if you want to make dumplings, what you need above all is starchy potatoes, with a starch content of no more than 17%, if I am remembering correctly.
Exactly.
Then let's get started.
In our factory, of course, everything is a size larger. And we don't have such small sacks of potatoes. 2.5 kilograms, we don't get far with that. Instead, ours are stored in large cases, and one case holds 4 metric tons. Yes, and our stock comes from that. And just like you dumped your case or sack just now, so also we dump our cases and proceed to wash them. We can't do that one by one. We have a large washing facility, and then they are washed there in the washing machine and even polished afterwards.
They're polished as well?
Exactly.
The potatoes we have here now, they are already relatively clean, but here, we still have to wash them a little more. Good. Then let's go with this. And then we have to peel. Daniel, you're taking part?
Man the peelers.
Within 2 minutes we peel 180 kilograms of potatoes, and this happens on each of 4 lines. This is all done with steam. This means we have a giant pressure cooker. The 180 kilograms are poured in and the container is sealed. It is pressurized, hot steam is introduced and then they are heated for about 20 seconds.
Okay.
Then the pressure is suddenly removed. During the heating process, the potato heat up from the outside. The water in the potato is really hot. And once the pressure is gone, this hot liquid in the outer peel of the potato evaporates. And as a result, the peel bursts away.
So okay. Now we have peeled them. Now the knife. Daniel, grab one for yourself. And then I cut them into 4 pieces, at least that's how I do it at home.
We also have potatoes that have a little black spot under the peel. After peeling, each potato is individually inspected for this.
Okay.
And then sorted again based on whether it is actually okay. If it is, it moves on in the process. Or it has to be peeled again, then it goes back to the peeling process. If it comes through the peel, that won't work at all. Then the entire individual potato is discarded.
How would the process continue? Now we would put the water on to boil and add a little salt. So, and then I would turn it on here.
We also cut our potatoes into small cubes that are each 10 by 10 mm. And then each individual cube is also inspected and sorted again.
I think this can be put in now. Or should I wait until the water is boiling? Too late.
Quite honestly, at home I also make it in cold water. Here we have a really big machine for this, then it runs through a conveyor belt cooker, and depending on the speed at which the individual potato cube runs through, it is either really well done, which means that it is entirely soft even on the inside and then we use it to make a potato dumpling, or the potato cube is still a little crisp on the inside. Then, after grating, a raw potato dumpling is made from it.
Please explain for our viewers what you mean by crisp.
Crisp means that the inner core is still crunchy, still raw.
Okay.
In other words, when this cube is then grated, added to the dumpling dough and cooked, you get a dumpling that has some structure, and that is the raw potato dumpling, the classic dumpling.
Okay, all clear. Then let's boil this until it's all soft. What next? At home I would mash it now. We would run it through a press and add a little seasoning. Salt, maybe pepper, a little nutmeg, starch, depending on how firm you want the dumpling to be. And then the dumpling dough would be ready. How do you do it?
We use a similar process, but not in a little pot. Everything here is 3 sizes larger. But after the cubes are cooked, then we take them and also dump them into a container. You would dump them into a bowl. We also dump them into a container. And when you mash or grate the potato cubes, we do likewise. We squeeze them through a grater. And then the ingredients are added, so starch or salt. Then that is all thoroughly mixed and then packaged in the bag.
Good, that means it will still cook a little on its own. Then we need to take a little break now. Daniel, you clean up my mess here a bit. And then we'll have a look at how the professionals do this. Now we're at the primary packaging location, where we have a vertical tubular foil machine. This is where the products are filled, sealed and labeled. At Fryweka they decided on a cartridge-based HR system to print directly onto the foil before it is filled. Why is that important for printers? For consumer protection, but also for manufacturers who want to track their batches? Since we use foils of different colors depending on the printing job, good adhesion as well as legibility on the foil is very important. But the greatest advantage is actually, and please let me flap my wings here a little, is that we are talking about a maintenance-free system. In other words, such machines typically use TTO or stamping systems, which have significantly worse availability, but also yield a good coding and marking result. Thus the secret to success here is the availability.
Here at the secondary packaging location, the primary marking disappears in the box. Then the box goes on a trip. With our piezo-based GK printing system, we can print up to 100 millimeters directly on the box, for example, with a product marking, a barcode or other product-related data. Between us, if you want to save money with labeling boxes directly, you can't beat this system. 8 out of 10 boxes are imprinted with such a printing system from REA. Manja, why did you decide on REA Jet?
Actually, we didn't decide on REA directly.
Okay, doesn't that sound a little funny?
Yes, don't worry. It was our plant engineer. He recommended REA to us as a highly reliable system. We followed this recommendation, and since then we have purchased and retrofitted REA technology in other lines too.
So, a direct recommendation?
Exactly.
Thanks. We are very pleased to hear that. Now, however, we have another topic.
What's that?
I'm extremely hungry for dumplings.
No problem. I've prepared some. Come along.
Frank, I don't know about you, but for me this concludes yet another exciting day. Potatoes are literally on everyone's lips. Whether dumpling dough, pan-fried potatoes, French fries, or croquettes, a culinary life without potatoes is inconceivable for me now. I think it's terrific that regional products are processed here at Fryweka, and we find a product that is truly made in Germany.
Here they decided on REA Jet. It started with a mechanical engineer who delivered a complete system and brought us along, so to speak. Later they looked into the portfolio and successively expanded. Why? Because we can take care of the complete value creation chain involving coding and marking technology. If you also have delicious products that need coding and marking, too, we will gladly come visit. For now we say, thank you for watching. Tune in again for
Coding and Marking Professionals on Site.
And now enjoy your meal.
Thanks, you too.